What's up, guys? It's your dude, Shopmaster, back with another Madden NFL 20 CFM team review. And today we're going to take a look at the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Ravens, they did their thing last year. I was actually, they started off rough, but they ended very good. Inserting Lamar Jackson into the starting lineup in the offseason. They traded Flacco to Denver. So there's no question who the starter of this team is going to be for the quarterback. Now, they lost some key people too, especially on that defensive side. They lost Suggs, they lost Weddle, they lost Mosley, they lost Darius Smith. That's four starters they lost on defense. So their defense is kind of lacking, and they really didn't address it, I thought, during the offseason. And during the draft. So, again, they lost C.J. Mosley. They lost Darius Smith, both linebackers. They lost John Brown, speedy wide receiver. They lost Weddle, their safety. They lost Suggs, another linebacker. So, 3 linebackers and a safety they lost. Now, and they lost, well, they didn't lose their quarterback because Lamar Jackson's their quarterback. But Flacco got traded to Denver. All right. They were draft picks. They drafted Marquise Brown, wide receiver. They drafted Miles Boykin, wide receiver. They drafted Jalen Ferguson, defensive end, and they drafted Dalen Mack, defensive tackle. So they drafted a DN and D tackle with the 3rd and 4th. But I thought it was very interesting that they drafted 2 wide receivers with their top 2 picks. It just goes to show you that they want to try to surround Lamar Jackson with some talent. But to me, the way you protect a young quarterback is having a good defense and not allowing a young quarterback to have to go win the game every game. And I feel like that's what the Ravens are going to be this year. I think Lamar Jackson is going to struggle because he's going to have to win some games, whereas last year the defense kept them in games, and they were able to pull out games in the last minute. So let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, the free agents that they got this man, Earl Thomas, and they also got Mark Ingram. So those are the 2 guys that they got both. So I guess, Earl Thomas cancels out Weddle, and then they got a running back. So let's go ahead and take a look at the depth, the lineups. Again, Lamar Jackson, RG3, you're fine there. Halfback, you got Mark Ingram, Kenneth Dixon, Justin Hill, and then everybody else. So it's going to be very interesting. I think Mark Ingram's an older player. I don't know how long he's going to be serviceable for you in your CFM. He definitely is going to be okay his first year, but you definitely probably want to get somebody that's a little bit faster, and I'm thinking maybe move Justice Hill up a little bit. He was a rookie, might do you wonders. Wide receiver, you got Marquise Brown, who's the rookie who they just got. You got Snead, you got Seth Roberts. So Marquise Brown is your speed, definitely your speed guy. As we take a look at the tight ends, which are a young quarterback's best friend, you have Mark Andrews, Nick Bull, Hayden Hurst. So offensive line is pretty good. Skura, Marshall Yonda, Orlando Brown Jr. So you got a good offensive line. Here's where I'm concerned with when we talk about the Baltimore Ravens. You got Brandon Williams, he's okay. Willie Henry, okay. You got Pierce in the middle. Some other guys, Dalen Mack is a rookie who they just drafted. Outside linebackers, you got Pernell McPhee. He's an older guy, not really a fast guy. So that's going to be interesting. You got, I don't even want to mess up his name. You got P.O. and Kenny Young as your middle linebackers. And then you got Matthew Judon. So I think you definitely could work on your linebacker situation. You got Marlon Humphrey, Jimmy Smith, Brandon Carr. Like, you got these two old guys sitting here. So, I don't. To me, like, when I start cutting people, I look at anybody 30 and older. Like, Brandon Carr's 32, and yeah, he's an 88, but who is he keeping from, prospering in your lineup? I look at those things. Like, okay, I know he's 32 and he's 83 overall, but let's take a look at, like, his man coverage and stuff. So his man is an 84 and his zone is a 70. Like, I might give this guy a little bit more run than Brandon Carr. So that's just me. That's how I approach CFM. Everybody does it differently. For free safety, you have Earl Thomas, of course, and then strong safety, you got Tony Jefferson. So my focus players for the Baltimore Ravens are Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown, the wide receiver, and then Marlon Humphreys, the DB, who I think is going to be a stud. So, guys, that's my outlook on the Ravens. Stick that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about these Ravens in the comment section below. What do you think their record is going to be? Again, I think they struggle, but they're in a pretty easy division. I won't say it's an easy division, but it's a pretty even division. So I'm gonna give them 7-8 wins. I'm gonna give them an 8-8 for the Baltimore Ravens. So guys, let me know what you think their record is going to be in the comment section below. Stick that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Twitter at ShopMaster, and you'll find some more of my CFM team reviews for Madden NFL 20. I'm out. Peace.